kind of had to make a quick stop in Fourchon first. I forgot the last time I was here, but I can tell you the circumstances were very different the last time I was here. Both good and bad. But one of the coolest things that you discover is that things get better. And you can't ever give up on your happiness. And I think what we're taught a lot is to give up your happiness for everything else. And I'm just kind of taking a different route. And I'm taking a different route because I have the luxury to, because I'm an American. I would say it's easier for us to find our happiness because we have a lot more freedom. But that's a sidetrack. My point is, I think a lot of people are taught to sacrifice their happiness for something else. And when you really get down to that something else, whether it's money or it's career or it's whatever, like if that's the only driver you have, I think happiness is going to be hard to find. So if you put your happiness first and then try to design a life that lets you do the things that make you happy or the things that you enjoy, and I'm not saying you're going to get all that overnight, or I'm not saying you're going to get all of it, but if you pursue it, then you'll get closer to being more happy more of the time. So last time I was here, it was just really different. And I can tell you now, like, I'm happier than I've ever been to be able to do a lot of these things that I get to do. And I wanted to stop by Fourchon because Fourchon is many things, and Ride the Bulls is many things to me. Coming down to Fourchon with the KC guys and the whole crew, that's when I feel like my whole tripping adventure really started. Because I fished a lot, around the Texas area, the local area. But the first time I really started getting on the road and kayak fishing in other places, it was to Fourchon, and it was with KC Kayaks. And it was always around Ride the Bulls time, because that's when they would tell me to come down. They got a camp. We're going to fish this tournament. That's when I really got a chance to know Louisiana. And this guy, TJ Harris, I had only known him online, and we were on the KC Kayak team. And he took me out for my first time red fishing. It's where I learned how to use a popping cork properly. We caught a bunch of trout. But this would be the place that I would keep coming back to as my at least annual trip was around Ride the Bulls, and it was around Grand Isle and Fourchon, and this launch in particular. So every time I would come to Louisiana, I would always fish here. So looking back, like, really, this is where it all started for me. Each time I launched here, it was always a very different circumstance. And every time I launched here, I was always working towards designing my own life. I was just doing a lot of things, really trying to figure out what's going to make me happy and fulfilled. I knew I wasn't going to be happy just doing a desk job for the rest of my life. And even though it was a good desk job, and if you're coming from a third world country, where your family's from there, a desk job is the goal. And that's why I'm saying, like, America is really different because, well, not even third world countries. Most people think a desk job is a good job until you have it for a while and you're an outsider and you like being outdoors and you like being out in nature. Desk job is not the best job for you, and I think that's another issue is, society tries to make it seem like a professional career is the ideal goal for everybody, and that's just not the truth, and I think a lot of people aren't happy in this professional corporate, desk job situation because they're not meant to just sit behind a desk all their life. People have different personalities, and for me, and I guess people like me, you like being outdoors, you like being out in the elements, and at the end of the day, it's your happiness that matters. It's not really the money, because you can make money doing things you don't like doing. But why? Anyways, Fourchon's a special place for me. I grew a lot in between all these trips to Fourchon. And I look back at those 1 year time periods and kind of where I was at, where I was going, and where I'm at now. And that's not to say I feel like I've made it, but I feel like I'm happy. So I guess I have made it. Hey Siri, take me to Oklahoma City.
Getting directions to Oklahoma City.
11 hours. We out.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with
What's up, big dog? It's like I go from not seeing you to seeing you all the time.
Twice in like 5 days.
That's crazy.
So how was your farewell at Pack?
Oh, well, so sad. I'm kidding. I don't want to go back. I'm like, I just want to get. Man, I'm so peopled out, dude. Like, I'm like done. No, I do, man. Like, I had some quiet time in Starbucks looking through footage. Like, I was on Chase boat, so
That's nice.
we rolled up on these two guys on a tandem, pulled up these fucking tanks, like 30-pound fish.
Wait, the tandem? Our tandem? That was our point?
Yeah, your tandem. Yeah, with the Premier rods. Yeah, so rolled up on them. I got it all on footage.
Come on.
Yeah, I got my GoPro and a DSLR footage.
They were still fighting it, or they already had him in the
They already had him in the boat. What's up, brother?
You doing all right?
Doing good, man.
So you've been down at Pack a lot here lately.
Man,
It's hard to leave that place.
I can't leave. I'm going back all November.
Have you ever met John Rex?
I'll be there in November. How you doing?
Hey, Rex.
I
Nice to
either
meet
saw
you.
you on video or I've met you. I don't know.
How's it going, man?
One or the other.
Oh, we were just talking about Pack.
Yeah.
Love
He's
it.
been down there the last month.
20 days.
20
I'll
days.
be there in November.
You will?
Yeah. With
Awesome.
Robert, we're going to be filming NRS.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was wondering if Rob was going to come down there.
Shit's through the 9th. I think he'll already be there. But
Okay. All right. Well, that's perfect timing. All right, brother.
So are you staying in the van or are you staying in the hotel?
Oh, you know Ryan Jones? Have you met him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an extra room. He's like 15 minutes away. He's like, just come crash over here. Huh? No.
And that's why I love the van.
Yeah.
Because it's like you drive until
You're
stop.
tired and then you go to sleep. Yeah.
Dude, the other thing I love is drive until you have to take a piss.
Yeah.
Walk in the back.
Walk in the back, yeah.
We're on the run, this is what we waited for.